Hi everyone and welcome back to another video with me, Shruti. You're watching the channel Shruti Vashist. So in this video, I'm going to be speaking about how to be adored. And especially within relationships with other people, whether that's with our primary partners or just general relationships that we have in life. If we have this desire to feel more adored, and we don't experience that enough, especially this can apply to those people, often, not always, but people who are used to doing work, they're used to being useful, they have like this more masculine energy of action, and they know how to be useful to other people, they know how to act and make things happen essentially. And often what happens is, when we have a lot of that, sometimes what we haven't given enough value to is to just being ourselves and being received just for that, when we're not even doing any actions, we're not being useful or anything. So in this video, I'm going to give you just a few tips on how you can feel more adored in relationships, if that is what you would like to experience in your relationships. Okay, so if you would like to hear more about that, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because I make videos like this all the time. And please check out a few different things that I have below this video, which is, there's this course, a new course that I have on manifesting soulmate relationships. It's very, very in-depth. There's even a free course that's there, a free mini course on manifesting soulmate love, so check that out. It has 3 voice recordings and these guided meditations and stuff, so you'll get a sense of how I do my practices, my practical exercises. You'll get sort of like a glimpse into that. And then you can have private sessions with me as well, through my website. Again, the link will be below this video. Okay, so if you want to be more adored in your relationships, what that means is that so first of all, what I want to explain to you is that we always create our own reality. So what that means is that if you don't feel appreciated enough by your partner, and just adored, and where they just love you for who you are, and they think you're adorable, they just have this love for you, just for the way that you are, for no other reason other than the way that you are, and you really have this desire to experience that. The reason is the only reason actually that we have that experience, that you are having this experience, is because you're not you haven't allowed that to yourself first. So we always create our own reality. What that means is that if I'm experiencing something internally, I will manifest a reflection of that in my external, and the external reality will always just be showing me what it is I'm actually experiencing within myself, what is my relationship to myself. So that makes it quite simple, because if you see in your outer world you're not getting enough adoration, or let's say often the way that we recognize this for the first time is that we will see our partners or other people look at somebody else, and let's say that person isn't even they haven't accomplished that much in the world. They're not, there's nothing as such outstanding about them. Let's say they're not that great looking, or whatever these societal ideas of perfection are, and they don't have any of those things that stand out to you, and you're wondering why is this person so adored, and look at me, like I'm doing all of this, I take care of my health, and there's all of this happening, but I desire to feel this adoration too. And the reason is because there's a part of you, if you really go within and you touch base with yourself, and it's a good time to do that when we're feeling that a little bit of jealousy, or a little bit rejected, or we're feeling that just a little bit down in general, that we're not getting this adoration. That's a great time to actually tap in and go directly into that feeling. And you might find that you have this sort of love for yourself that is a little bit still, it's a little bit conditional still. Meaning that you might have a belief where you are saying to yourself essentially that you are lovable, if you are useful. Like, let's say you are lovable only if you're bringing a certain amount of money home. You are lovable only if you are doing some practical things at home to contribute to your partner, like chores and stuff. You're showing up for them in that way. And any of those beliefs. But the thing about adoration is that it's this feminine quality. And what that means is that let's take the example of the moon, because the moon is it is the symbol of the feminine. And what does the moon do? The moon essentially takes in the light of the sun and it reflects it. So it's not even its own light, it's just fully open. So essentially, if you think about it as such, on a surface level, the moon is not doing anything. The sun shows up every day. It's giving all of this light to the planet. Things are growing because of the sun. There's photosynthesis happening and all of that. Of course, the moon is also doing other things that are more at an internal level. But I mean at a more surface level, in terms of action, action happening, physical action happening on the planet. The sun is responsible for that. It shows up every day. It's consistent. It's unlike the moon that fluctuates, in even how it looks and its energies and stuff. So if you think about it like that, the sun is doing all of that work. The moon is simply receiving the light of the sun, and it's that's it. That's what it's doing. So it's not essentially doing as much, is it? So but when we look at the moon, what do we feel? We feel like, oh my god, so beautiful. Look at this. This is so like the moon is a symbol of beauty. Like, we look at it in the night and it's just so magnetic as well. We feel this sense of mystery, we feel beauty, and we feel like our intuition, like we want to sort of explore more. We're drawn to her, to the moon, and we want to explore that beauty. We're almost like magnetically drawn there. Whereas with the sun, we are charged up, and we're charged up and we want to go out and we want to create and we feel energetic and we want to do stuff. With the moon, we are drawn to her. So it's magnetism. So the quality of adoration, if you want people to adore you, learn to adore yourself just for who you are, just for existing simply. So you are lovable just because you exist, just because you are a spark of life, just because you are this facet of creation, just because you exist, and you deserve love just for that. So what I would recommend to you is if you want to feel more adored, like I said, you have to adore yourself. So a good practice to do that is to let's say make a list of the things that you adore about yourself, and start with the small things that you genuinely believe. It can be just how you look, because again, beauty is a part of that. Like, we are beautiful in our physical reality, in our internal reality. So we're beautiful inside and we're beautiful outside. So find qualities about yourself and about your personality that are just lovely. You genuinely love those qualities, that even if you're not doing any work, you have a period in your life. For example, a few years ago, I went through this period in my life where I wasn't working, so sometimes you go through those emotions of, am I worthy, and I need to be useful, and I need to do stuff, I need to produce stuff. But sometimes life will take you through those ups and downs for a reason, because life wants to pull you into that, into your more feminine state as well, to balance it out. We need both qualities. So then you learn to appreciate yourself just for what you are, and in your relationships you will show up that way. So for example, sometimes it can be a little bit more difficult to show up in our relationships, right? If we are, let's say, not contributing financially, as an example. So if I'm a partner who is contributing financially, let's say I'm married to somebody and I'm contributing financially in the house, I have this ready self-worth because of that I'm doing something, I'm providing. It's very physical, it's an action I'm doing, I'm providing. But if I'm not doing that, sometimes our self-worth comes into play, that what am I doing or something, even though it's not true. But don't we have those feelings that I need to do more, I need to, like, there's something that I need to do. So what a part of 50% of what we bring to relationships is also just holding space, this more feminine space, just our personality. That is why we are adored as well. It's like we can just be ourselves, we can relax. The ability to relax is the feminine, and when we can relax into what we are, into our body, into just being in our body, that is 50% of how you're contributing to a relationship as well. Because you're relaxed, you can show up, you have enough space to hold space, you have enough love for yourself to hold space for the other person as well. Let's say they are more the masculine in the relationship, or currently they are in that role. You can hold space. So if life is bringing you into such a place where you want to be more productive but you're not, it may be for this reason, because you need to inculcate more of that, more feminine, these feminine qualities within yourself. Whether you are a man, woman, any gender, really doesn't matter. And so finally, you can do a practice where you write down in a journal every day something that you adore about yourself. You can begin with something physical that you love about yourself, your eyes, your hair, lips, legs, whatever it might be. So make a list of the different things, and it can be something very small, like I love the arch of my back, or I love I don't know how cute my fingers are, like they're podgy fingers or something, whatever it is. So this is also your contribution to the world, when you can fully land in your body and you can love yourself just for who you are. And that is having a strong sense of value, and we love those people who are just relaxed in their body. They don't always need to be doing something, so they contribute equally, and that's the more feminine side. So make a list of those physical qualities, make a list of internal qualities as well, things about your personality that you love. Like I have this soft side, I can listen to people, I can hold space for them, or I have a strong sense of self, I am a very confident person, I am a good dancer, I am very strong, whatever it might be, whatever your particular qualities are. It can really just be anything. And no matter what you're going through in life, you will be able to appreciate yourself and love yourself for those qualities, no matter where life takes you, because life will always be taking us through these cycles and ups and downs. So I hope that this video helped you out. Let me know in the comments below, especially if you try out this exercise. It feels very gratifying, it feels very bringing you in the body when we do these things. It's a sensual experience, it's a different kind of experience as well. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed to this video, and I will see you in the next one.